Thank you so much for joining us here today. All right, so I'm just going to get started quickly. I am Sonia. I am one of your hosts. I am the founder of Orbis86. Orbis86 and Off-Chain, we are the event hosts. Orbis86, we started off as an NFT project, but soon we realized that a lot of people, when they think about Web3, they are only thinking about crypto. And when they're thinking about crypto, 99% of the people think, oh, it's a scam, or they think that it's just meant for trading, it's a high-risk asset class, and the only thing you can do with it is trade some meme coins or shit coins. Unfortunately, that is not the only narrative. Web3 in itself encompasses a lot. And so we have been focused on onboarding people and helping them understand the various use cases of Web3. Like, where can decentralization really be used? And as a technology, why is it valuable? So most of our events are focused on exactly that. We are working on creating our own edtech platform. So that should be rolling out sometime this year. That being said, we host a bunch of such community events. These are powered by our partners who support us. And we aren't exactly an events management company, but this is all part of the whole onboarding package. And that being said, we have hosted events in Canada, India, Dubai, Singapore, Thailand, pretty much globally. We have hosted over 20 events so far and have hosted over 6,000 to 7,000 people in such intimate setups. I'm going to quickly talk about Off-Chain. Off-Chain is they work as a nonprofit. They have chapters globally, and even they are focused on onboarding people into Web3. Again, Off-Chain is one of the co-hosts here. When Ken comes around, you can go and ask him more about Off-Chain. But they have chapters in about 15 to 20 different countries. So if you are looking to even host an event, or if you are looking to connect with the local Web3 community in any of these countries, go look at their website, look at their chapters, and you can talk to Ken and he can connect you with the local contacts there. And they really function as a nonprofit, so he's not going to ask you for any money. And I would love to call over Zan to talk about Definity. So Internet Computer Protocol, they are our sponsors for this event.
The history of the Internet Computer really dates back to the mid-1990s when I began working on distributed systems. By the dot-com era, I was also working with cryptography and trying to create what would have been one of the world's first cloud services. 2013, I got into Bitcoin, and by the end of the year, I decided I wanted to create a virtual currency for the games industry. I circulated a paper in October 2014 repurposing traditional Byzantine fault-tolerant consensus math. I got involved with the early Ethereum community, and I'd seen how blockchain could do much more than just cryptocurrency, and you could in fact use a blockchain to host code and data and computation. At some point I'd heard the phrase world computer. To me, world computer, it meant an extension of the internet that you could use to build almost any system and service using smart contracts. I renamed the project Definity, which is a shortening of decentralized infinity, and began working towards this new goal of creating a world computer. The Definity Foundation was created in October 2016, and then it ran a big public ICO in February 2017. That enabled us rapidly to expand the Definity R&D team. By the end of that year, we were running the biggest R&D operation in blockchain. The people we have at Definity are just the most incredible bunch of hardworking, visionary, talented people that you could ever imagine. And I'm grateful every single day that I come to work. When the Internet Computer mainnet finally launched, it was pretty wild. As an organization, we're primarily staffed by R&D folks, as is the nature of the project even now. Meanwhile, while all this wildness was going on, we had to contribute to the network to keep it up and running. The Internet Computers managed to run the last 2 years without any downtime. There's been so many improvements that have been added to the Internet Computer in the last 2 years. There are almost too many to mention. Just recently, something called chain key Bitcoin went live. Internet Computer nodes actually talk to Bitcoin nodes. That enables smart contracts on the Internet Computer to directly process Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain without need for bridges. The next step is to integrate with Ethereum, which will allow smart contracts on the Internet Computer to process any asset on the Ethereum blockchain and call into Ethereum smart contracts. And that's a big deal. because internet computer smart contracts can serve user experiences by processing HTTP. And that's a very unique capability. By integrating the internet computer and Ethereum networks, we'll be giving that unique capability to Ethereum smart contracts too. So one of the very cool things about the internet computer, it's the world's first adaptive blockchain. And that means that it runs under the control of a decentralized governance system, and you can submit proposals to this governance system that change the structure of the network or run protocol upgrades, and they'll be executed completely automatically. This differs from traditional blockchains, which are upgraded through a process known as hard forking. Through this governance system, the internet computer has already been upgraded 145 times in the 2 years since mainnet has been running. The internet computer is designed to be a world computer and host things like social networks and enterprise systems on the blockchain itself. And to do that, it has to be unbounded. It has to be able to scale without limit, host any amount of data, any amount of computation, and do so very efficiently. I think one of the big surprises of the internet computer is that eventually, not only can blockchain act as a crypto cloud that replaces centralized tech, but that crypto cloud can actually be more efficient than centralized tech in the end. And of course, being green and reducing the emissions of technology worldwide is a key objective. The internet computer has very fast growing and vibrant community of developers building. We've seen just about every kind of Web3 service imaginable, and now we're increasingly seeing enterprises experimenting with building tamper-proof and unstoppable systems on the internet computer that run without the need for a firewall or security team. 2 years on from launch, we really are well and truly on the road to realizing this vision of a blockchain singularity, where almost everything one day will be built on the blockchain, and the blockchain will play the role of a world computer that's the everything stack that will eventually eat centralized technology.
Suzanne, can I please have you up here? So Suzanne will talk about ICP.
My name is Suzanne Lee. I'm the editor and communications director for Omnity Network, which is built in the internet computer ecosystem. So I will speak from a high level about pretty much what makes the internet computer different from, especially from our perspective as Bitcoin tooling infrastructure developers on ICP. So the internet computer is a public blockchain which is decentralized with nodes in disparate geographic locations all over the world. And these nodes are governed by a DAO called the Network Nervous System, or NNS. Some people have accused the internet computer of being centralized because these nodes are not permissionless. And I kind of like that they're not, because, you know, you have to do some checkboxing to get the right kind of hardware and make sure that, you know, the potential node provider is serious, because that's the backbone of the internet computer. The internet computer can run subnets for settlement chains so that its smart contracts, which are extremely powerful, I'll talk about those in a second, can read and write directly to these settlement chains, e.g. Ethereum, Solana, and our favorite, Bitcoin, because we build for Bitcoin. So for the purposes of, you know, this short talk, I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin subnet and how that kind of works, right? So imagine you've got the Bitcoin network, peer-to-peer network out here, and then the internet computer has a subnet of nodes with a Bitcoin canister smart contract, which can read and write to the Bitcoin network. This is done why is this possible? Not one reason. Chain key cryptography and multi-party computation. The internet computer uses its own version of threshold signing, where the easiest way to explain this is that each, node in a subnet has a public key and only a share of a private key, and it doesn't know what it is, and nobody else does either. And so if the threshold is met with those shares of signing keys, the transaction is approved. If it's not met, it fails. And these, I call them the magic keys because they kind of play like, what was it called? Musical chairs. Like every 1 or 2 hours, each epoch, as it were, which isn't a period of time, but I'll get into the weeds here if I try to explain what that is. But those key shares are regenerated. They're reshared all the time. It's a very high level of security. And now I'm going to focus kind of on why Omnity Network decided to literally leave near ecosystem and build something totally new on the internet computer. And that has to do with the Bitcoin subnet. The Bitcoin subnet, as I mentioned, has a Bitcoin canister that reads and writes to Bitcoin. It also has a Byzantine fault tolerance, which is backed up by what they call a catch-up package. So any of the nodes on the Bitcoin subnet fail, or they're just having an off day, whatever, they get taken out of commission, in so many words, and they get reintegrated with the current state of the subnet, right? So I love that bit. I like the security because, when we walk away from Bitcoin security and we're not really transparent anymore, but we still have high security, it's good to understand what that means. I would say the internet computer, if any of this is like Web3 salad, please look at their website because they have a comprehensive docs for beginners who don't know really anything about blockchain to developers and cryptographers and AI engineers. Things that Omnity Network likes about their smart contracts, a few features that they have, such as HTTPS outcalls and the reverse gas scheme, right, allow us to have 100% on-chain tech stack in an omni-chain hub, which we have. So we can connect any chain to any chain. The internet computer supports a full node subnet for, right? So Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We build a light client for Tons, Sui, whatever. We can connect any of those chains to Bitcoin. We focus on Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean you can't connect them to Solana. You can. What else do? We build a ruins exchange environment, allowing developers. Now, this is more kind of decentralized OG way to look at ruin swapping and BTC-Fi. How many people know what Odin Fun is? Anybody? Just one guy? Okay. I'm probably going to get into the weeds on that. So anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with a bunch of vocabulary that makes no sense to you. If you're interested in something that has real potential to really combine blockchain and AI, I would check out the internet computer. We certainly enjoy building on it, and I will just one plug for me. I'll be back there. We have this decentralized AMM DEX 100% on-chain. I want to show you how I can move Bitcoin or ruins from my Bitcoin wallet to the mempool in 5 seconds. That's it for me.
So along with Infinity, this event is also sponsored by Genius AI.
Imagine a life without technology. Technology has become an integral part of our lives and the backbone to many businesses in today's world. So much so that we have come to depend on it for day-to-day operations. Genius Ventures is revolutionizing AI processing and machine learning platforms by linking together smart contracts with payment systems through their own Genius token, GNUS. The Genius system is a hybrid token system, with the Genius token being released on the Ethereum network. and is linked to a super fast Genius token using a proprietary internal blockchain for fast processing. Genius tokens are used in a unique platform, a secure, smart, and easy-to-use platform that completely disrupts the way businesses do AI/ML processing. Genius tokens are at the heart of a unique blockchain and software system, utilizing unused cycles of compute devices on computers, mobile devices, and IoT devices. The system processes artificial intelligence and machine learning data on an end-user device. Our team combines a passion for gaming, GPU industry expertise, and a proven record in technology, development, and cryptocurrencies. We are establishing our own internal ecosystem, starting with applications focused on artificial intelligence and machine learning. The system allows users to earn crypto while playing games, sleeping, or at any time using unused cycles of their personal devices. Our ICO is now live. You have the opportunity to get in early and join the revolution. Visit www.gnus.ai to purchase your tokens now.
And I would love to call upon Kenneth Hurley from Genius AI to talk about the ingenuity of Genius AI. Please come up here.
Genius AI is a unique system that basically I developed in 2016. And what it does, it's a hybrid blockchain and AI processing system. But that can be embedded behind games, and it becomes a monetization channel for games. And there's zero friction to integrate. You basically link to our SDK, and all of a sudden your game is now part of the AI system and the blockchain system that's happening. And the payouts for the AI processing or the transactions that are happening for trading an NFT or trading a crypto actually get distributed to all the nodes in the network, which is your players that are playing your game. You can take a slice of that. So you actually get paid for every player that's playing your game. You will get a slice of it. And if they buy your in-game items or your in-game NFTs with your token, then you actually get 100% of the tokens in the AI processing and the transaction. So this is we call it negative friction monetization, because now as a game developer, you can take out ads. You don't need to have ads anymore. You can strip out or reduce your marketing down to zero, because you do no longer need to find paying players for your game, which is they call the whales, of course. And because every single player that's playing your game, while they're playing it, you're actually making money off of that player, and the player is getting in-game items as their value for being extracted out of your game, and then you get 100% of that. And we did some math recently on it, and it's basically about 1.2 cents per day per daily active user. So if you have 100,000 users, it's about $438,000 a year that you can earn on doing this. If you have 10,000, of course, it's about $43,000. So it's a monetization channel that you don't have to embed in your system, because like we said, you just link to your SDK, and then every player that's playing, even on an iPhone, it's cross-platform too. It's about to launch next week in testnet, and then we'll have the main net up in about 2 months. It's been in progress for quite a few years now, but it's fully operational, and we're showing it off at the Game Developers Conference. And so if you want to come over to our booth and check it out, we can explain more. I won't bore you much more with the details, but thank you.
What is an unstoppable Web3 domain? It's your name on the internet. It's your Web3 identity. It's how you pay and get paid online. It's your universal crypto wallet. It's streamlined login across Web3. It verifies ownership of your digital assets and collectibles. It brings NFT avatars to life. An unstoppable Web3 domain. It's owned, not rented. It's freedom from renewal fees. It's something you control forever. Minted on chain, stored in your wallet. It's as versatile as you want it to be. And proof that you too are real, not a bot. It's your name. It's your reputation. It's your identity. It's you. Own it. So, what are you waiting for? Get your Web3 domain today.
Now, Unstoppable Domains is not here, but I think a lot of you already know about Unstoppable Domains. Is there anyone who doesn't know about Unstoppable Domains? All right, so they are a Web3 domain naming service. I'm not going to go into the weeds, but you all know about Unstoppable Domains. They have a bunch of domains for grab. However, they are also a partner for this event, and they are sponsoring domains worth $50 each. So what you have to do is you have to tweet about the event and then submit a form. So make sure that while you're here, you grab a few pictures, and then after the event, you go ahead, make a tweet, and then just submit a form. And Unstoppable Domain will mail you a code to redeem one domain name worth up to $50. So that's an easy peasy $50 worth of Unstoppable Domain that you can get. You can scan this code or on the Orbis86 banner, which you have one up here and one right there at the entrance. If you scan the code, that will take you to a BioLinks page where you also have an Unstoppable Domains giveaway claim form. But again, you have to make a tweet first, and then you can go and submit it. And we will also be sending the form via a follow-up email once the event wraps up. WorldCoin, they were earlier up here. They needed really strong internet, so unfortunately we cannot demo the Orb here. But as you know, the Orb, it's a pretty cool little device. And WorldCoin was founded by Sam Altman, and their mission is to connect humans across the world together. So you can really identify human beings apart from the AI beings that we all are going to run into pretty soon. Finally, I want to call Shelly up here. This wonderful venue is being sponsored by Sports Basement. And they also have some coupons that we have handed over to everyone. But we also have some giveaways. And along with Unstoppable Domains, later on during the event, if you guys go and make a tweet during the event and you come up to me, we have $25 worth of gift cards, 8 gift cards from Sports Basement that we're giving away for people taking action like right now. So on your way out, you can go and grab something worth $25. And besides that, there's another 20% on it. So Shelly, do you want to talk about Sports Basement?
Yeah. Okay, so I know nothing about AI. And I'm the Luddite in the crowd. I'm a brick and mortar store who uses paper coupons. I don't know. I'd love to talk with you guys and see what we have in common, because I'm sure it's a lot. But I also want to tell you what I told you about. You can see the store when you walk in, but really what I think is important that I want you guys to walk away with, from little I do know about AI and everything, is about connecting people. And this is just a way that I think will stay present, is connect people in person through events. Sonia reached out to use the event space here. It's something that we do at all of our Sports Basement stores. We have event space just to bring people together, whether it's networking or athletics or whatever it might be. And it's really what drives our engine as a company, is to bring people together. So I'm really happy to have all you guys here. We've had several AI events here, and each one has a little bit of a different profile to it. You guys are the most loose so far. Maybe it's the gaming part of things. But in any event, I want to welcome you. You do have these coupons. Sports Basement's here as a community space, and we really appreciate you guys all coming and bringing your feet actually to our location.
All right. Now I would love to call over Ben. So Scale, they brought some really fabulous merch. You should go and grab some while they are here. And Ben is going to talk about Scale.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ben. I lead partner marketing for the Scale Network. Scale is the blockchain that's built different for mass adoption. And so how does Scale achieve that? We're modular EVM compatible, and we're doing all of this with 0 gas fees. So if you think about gas fees, they're inherently antithetical to actually driving more users, right? The more people that interact with your chain, the higher the gas fees go, intentionally to drive people away from interacting. Scale takes a look at that and says, why are we charging users to use the blockchain? Instead, let's have the developers who are trying to drive the actual users on chain pay almost like a SaaS business model for access to a Scale chain, and then the end users don't have to interact at all. In fact, they don't even have to feel the blockchain. So an invisible experience that works wonders for games, AI applications, DePIN projects, as well as any other blockchain integration that you can think of. We currently have a little over 1 billion transactions that have taken place on the network. saving end users over $11 billion in gas fees. Right now, processing around 90 million transactions a month, with over 2 million users each week. Most of them not even aware that they're interacting with anything on chain. So with over 300 projects currently building in the Scale ecosystem, we're open to working with just about anybody and everybody who wants to scale, who wants to help usher in the next wave of adoption. Find us over at the table over here. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Orbis, for having us here. I won't take any more of your guys' time. Find us walking around. There's 3 of us. Happy to talk to anybody and everybody. So thanks again, everybody. Let's have a good night.
So Ben is with you here today. Scale is founded by Jack. Jack's an awesome guy. But we also have the Digital Asset Summit happening at the same time as GDC. So a lot of the crypto folks are in New York as we speak right now. And Jack's also at New York. So that being said, Scale has some demo of the games, etc. out there. Also some cool merch, so go ahead and check them out. Finally, we are almost towards the end of all of these presentations. There are other partners also who are helping us out. For example, ICP is a sponsor, but the Hubs network, they are helping amplify the event. Quantum Leap Labs, if you plan to build on ICP, Quantum Leap Labs is it's an accelerator that is supported by Definity Foundation. So you can get in touch with them and they can talk to you about the programs and the grants, etc. available. Also, Agroverse. So we have Gary right there. Gary, do you want to quickly come and take 30 seconds to talk about the cacao?
We are here to save the Amazon rainforest because it's very important for us. And the way we do so is we support the cacao farmers that is regrowing the Amazon rainforest on formerly deforested land. The reason as to why all this deforestation was happening over the past 30 years, 40 years, was because for every bar of chocolate you're buying right now, every dollar you pay, the farmers only get 6 cents. In Africa, the farmers, what they do, they just, all right, let's just use child labor because it's cheap, right? But in Latin America, what they opted to do is like saying, you know what, the Chinese actually want to buy soybean and cattle, so they give us a good price. So they chop down the rainforest and grow soybeans. After a few years, the land gets depleted, rinse and repeat, they chop down more rainforest. And when our DAO realized this problem, we came together and say, is there a way to build an alternate supply chain to maybe bypass this traditional middleman and kind of maybe give the farmers more money so that they are incentivized not to chop down the rainforest and just grow Kabruka forest, which is kind of where this is grown in. And this project has been around for 3 years already. The outcome of the experiment was that each bag of cacao you buy, for every dollar you pay, 34 cents go back to the farmers, which is almost 6 times. And with this, we incentivize the farmers to continue with restoring the rainforest. And the whole project is a DAO. So every hour we spend contributing to help this project, including finding the farmers to support, transporting the cacao from the farm deep in the rainforest to the US or Europe or China, or even time spent here sharing this story, we all get awarded 100 governance tokens in the DAO. Just go into the Telegram channel, do a self-report. Every 3 months during the equinox and solstice, you get your airdrop. And if you need to spend some money for finances for, parking fees, you get 1 for 1. And that's how the DAO works. Our tokens are liquid. It's trading on the LA Tokens Exchange and is also trading on Radium Exchange. It's an SPL token type on the Solana chain. So we still have some cacao left. If you haven't drunk it, please try. And we still have 3 bags of this left. Yes. TDG, True Site DAO Governance Tokens. Yeah. And 3 bags left. If you want to get yourself a bag of this tasty cacao nips, just pop by. There's a QR code over there. Thank you very much, guys.
Then I want to give a quick shout out to our media partner, Brand PR.
In the fast-moving world of Web3, crypto, and AI, We are all witnessing the world transform. In Web3, launching a project is just the beginning, and visibility is what truly matters. The more you get noticed, the more you shine. Well, interestingly, at Brand PR, we just don't focus on project to get noticed. We make sure that they stay relevant and actually make some noise. Because, let's be real, the competition is wild, and over the past few years, Brand PR has built strong connections with top media houses, securing features on major platforms across the globe. Whether it's a fresh ICO, IDO, exchanges, or an established blockchain project, looking for a long-term growth, we make sure you're seen, heard, and trusted. Brand PR handles PR, relationship building, to digital marketing and SEO. From sales management and event branding to press release distribution, and SEO-driven content that ranks on Google News. We deliver updates that reach the right audience because building a crypto brand is more than just the hype. We run high-converting email campaigns with the best ROI, and we drive your voice through Telegram and X communities to keep the engagement high. Visit brandpr.io or contact us at info@brandpr.io.
All of our events and our partners, we amplify them across 30 to 40 different crypto media outlets, and Brand PR, it's the team that helps us get to those. They're based in MENA. So if you have a crypto project or Web3 project and you're looking for any PR partners, you can reach out to Brand PR. We will be sharing their information in an email that goes out after the event as well. All right, how many founders do we have in the room? Okay, quite a few. How many of you are already working with grant entities? No one. But grant money is good money if you can get it, because you're not giving out any equity, and you are also able to get significant grants from various Web3 foundations. The problem is that the grants process is a long drawn process. We want to talk about 0x Labs. They are partnered with over 140 different grants organizations, including even Definity, and I think even Scale. And these guys, they do take a success fee. So it's not a free service, but it's worth exploring because they can help you skip through all the paperwork if they find your project is worthy of getting a grant and it aligns with certain objectives of certain foundations. So they can help you just connect directly with the person actually giving out the grant managers. There is a short video. If the audio comes through, I'm just going to play that. It's just a 1 minute long video.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. I'm the head of 0x Labs. We are a consulting firm helping startups like you. Just let me drive you through a quick presentation so that you will understand what we do and how we can help you. So 0x Labs is a team of 22 people. We have been working in the space for more than 2 years now, helped more than 200 clients over the space, and basically are acting as middleman and consulting firm between you and the foundation, the Web3 foundations. Meet Corentin, the CEO of the company, and myself, Ryan, I'm the head of sales of the company. We've been in the space for 10 years for Corentin and 6 years for myself, and have been working closely with most of the foundations in the space. Our company includes full services, so grants and funding, strategic consulting, tokenomics, growth and go-to-market, even the paperwork. We can help you from ideation phase up to TGE phase. Anytime, anything you need, just reach out to us. We also focus on the grant market. So basically, we help you getting funded with grants, non-dilutive funding. You don't give any equity, any token. You get the money, build on a chain or an ecosystem, get the money, keep building, and achieve milestones toward success. We help you there. How did we do that? And what did we do? Quick figures for you. We have raised almost $9 million in grants for a success rate of 83% and growing. And we have managed to get and recover $100K on average for our clients. Speaking of partners, we have more than 140 partners across the whole Web3 ecosystem and more than 230 clients. You probably know some of them, so anytime, if you have any question, just please feel free to reach out to me. Contact at 0xlabs.tech or Ryan at 0xlabs.com. Thank you.
All right, so I hope that information is useful to some of the people who are building. Again, you can go and contact these guys, and hopefully you'll be getting some grants from some good organizations. All right, moving on. I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our other ecosystem partners. These are people who have been with us across the 15, 20 different events that I spoke about. And I had just spoken about the various media channels where our events get amplified. We post interviews there. We have a podcast, the podcast interviews, etc. Also, we post over there. And these are some of those media partners that I was talking about. So go ahead, enjoy the conversations. And again, thank you everyone for making your way here. And hopefully you can connect with each other, get some good connections going, and get some networking done. Guys, thank you so much for joining me at the venue today. And just give a big round of applause for all of you. Thank you, everyone.